Hi, good day everyone. Welcome to Encyclopedia Book. So in this session, we are going to discuss about another topic that we have in regular expression, that is quantifier. So in the last session, we discussed about the predefined classes. In this session, we will dedicate this session to the your quantifiers. See, the quantifier means when we are going or trying to measure the number of occurrence in a pattern, number of occurrence in a pattern when we are trying to you know measure. That is what we call the quantifier. Quantifier name itself says we are trying to quantify something. Quantify means measure, and what we are measuring here, we are measuring the occurrence. We are measuring number of time it has occurred. Number of time it has occurred, right? So this is what the quantifier means. So basically we have, if you see broadly, we have three categorization of quantifier in regular expression, which is implemented in Java. So those three categorization is, one, we have something called greedy. Then we have reluctant, and then we have possessive. These are the three quantifiers that we have. So how do we use these quantifiers and how the depiction will be used here? Those depictions are like, we have something called question mark, and then we have something called asterisk. Then we have something called plus, and then we have something called m. Then we have something called m plus, and then we have something called m comma 9. So these are the depictions we have while we can use the quantifiers. So question mark means generally either zero time or not at all. Zero time or not at all. That is what question mark means. Asterisk means, sorry, not zero time, either one time or not at all. Asterisk means either zero time or more number of time. Either zero time or more number of time. This is what asterisk depicts. Plus means either one time or more number of time. One time or more number of time. So what is zero time, one time, and not at all? We will see practically also all these things, but just for the sake of understanding, just understand it. Whenever we have question mark, it says the pattern is repeated either one time or not at all. If we have asterisk means pattern is repeated either zero time or more number of time. Plus means pattern is repeated either one time or more number of time. Zero time or more number of time. Now we have m. M means exactly m time pattern is repeated. Exactly m time. Exactly m time means if you have 3 here in the bracket, then it will seek for the minimum 3 time occurrence of the pattern. Then only it will give a match. M comma means minimum 3 time. M comma means it says minimum 3 time, minimum m time, maximum n number of time. Maximum n number of time. So this is what m comma means. Mn means minimum m time. And maximum n number of time. This is what the depiction of m comma n, m comma, and then m. So this is what the greedy quantification means. And greedy quantification also has two implications. When I say quantification, greedy, reluctant, possessiveness, it has two implications always. It has two implications. What are those two implications? First is it will go for, greedy will go for maximum match, maximum number of match as much as possible. In other word, you can say as much as possible. As a name, greedy itself states this. So what does this mean? We are gonna take a look into it. But as of now, understand this one implication, that is, as much as possible, greedy will always try to match. Second implication is, if your regex being traversed, or regex being evaluated over a target string, then what will happen? Let's say uh, partial regex. It is very partial regex. Let's say if partial regex is implemented, and then on partial regex itself, target string got matched, full target string has matched. Let's say on execution of partial regex, full target string matches. Then what will happen? In case of greedy, backtrack will happen, or you'll say back off will happen by a character. Back off happens by a character. It is getting too much of hodgepodge here. Let me just change it once again, just a minute. So we discussed about greedy, and then we have reluctant, and then we have something called possessive. So we were talking about, I have already discussed you with, I'm just preparing a fresh table. Rub it from here. Minimum m time, maximum n time. So these are the six implementations, implementation while we say it's a greedy quantification. And then reluctant, how do we use it? We will discuss, but there are, one more important thing we have in the context of, greedy, or, even in the case of reluctant also. So those implications are, see, the thing is, greedy will always try maximum match. Maximum match greedy will try. Maximum means it will try to match as much as possible. As much as possible. This is one important implication of this. Second implication that we have with greedy is, let's say your regex is partially executed, partially traversed, or partially executed. Regex is partially executed and it has matched the whole target string. On partial execution, whole target string has matched. If this happens, then what will happen? Again, we have, if this happens, if this happens, so for example, let's say we have a regex called A and the target string is ABC, and then we have not ABC, we have dot plus, and we have target string ABC, and then we have something called BA. So dot plus means any character, any character. Dot plus means any character one or more time. So one or more time means it will match the entire string. So you see on partial execution of this regex, dot plus has already, evaluate the whole string. Whole target string matched with this partial execution. And since it's a match, it should return a string. No, it will not return a string. Why? Because still our partial regex, which is left, we are left with the partial regex here BA to get executed. So it hasn't matched here. But on the partial execution, the whole, let's say here the target string we have A, B, C, B, A. So on dot plus entire, the string will match on partial execution. So in this case, we are still left with BA here to be matched with the string. So what will happen? This will fail. Why it will fail? Because only this partial execution has matched the entire, string. So in this case, what will happen? It will do back off by a character, by one character. By one character, it will back off. It will back off means it will try to match till A, B, C, B. Dot plus will match A, B, C, B. So since dot plus will match A, B, C, B, again BA is left. Only A is matching. BA still left with we are left with still left with BA to be matched with this target string. So again this evaluation will fail. Now again, this regular expression, the compiler will back off by a character. So it will back off by till here and it will consider ABC. So dot plus will, capture till ABC, and after that BA will be matched and BA will be matched. So this time you see entire regular expression is matched, and hence it will return you A, B, C, B, A. So this is the second implication we have. This is the second implications we have. So this is how, in case of greedy, this is how this implication works. Backing off a character from the end of the string by one. Right. So these are the two important thing, with regex, two important implication. So yeah, let's move it to. We will quickly move it to, our reluctant and possessive quantification. We will quickly move it to that. So asterisk mean, again, when we have to use reluctant, we will use question mark. Implication stays same. When we have question mark, we will use question mark. This will turn this quantifier to reluctant. 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 Right? So this is the reluctant quantifier. Now here two implication comes into the picture, very important implications here. One, we have reluctant. means which is not interested to do anything. I mean, it is not interested to do something, not interested in some work. We call it as a reluctant, right? So reluctant means it will try to match as less as possible. Minimum match. Minimum match it will try to do. Then minimum match means, let's say again the same case we will evaluate here. Second thing we have, the second case which we discuss in greedy, it is quite opposite in reluctant. Opposite means, let's say your regex is partially executed. Partially executed. It will match reluctantly one by one. One character at a time it will match. One character at a time. Or minimum character at a time, we have to say. Minimum character at a time it will try to match, and it will try to match one by one. One by one it will try to match. So for example, let's say we have dot plus, and then we have this question mark, and then we have BA here. Then we have, it will work like AB BA. If it is the string, what will happen? Dot means what? We have discussed many times. Any character. Dot means any character. One time or more time. One time or more time. So first it will try to match A. A means any character. And then after it will try to match BA. After A, BA is there or not? No, BA is not there. Then it will move by one character. It will try to match B. And then immediately after B, it will try to match BA. Whether BA is there? No, it's not a match. Then again, it will add one more character, ABC, and then it will try to match BA. And this time it's a match. That's how it will match in case of reluctant quantification. Right? So that is how, this reluctant quantification works. That's how things are being evaluated in reluctant quantification. Right? Now we will discuss possessive quantification. Just give me a minute. So, yeah, so possessive, it's again, we have greedy quantifier. The way we depict greedy quantification is, we have already discussed. We have m comma, and then we have m comma n. So in order to turn a greedy quantifier to a possessive quantifier, all we need to do is to add plus in front of it. So moment you add plus here, it will be turning to possessive quantification. But what does it? This is how we can use possessive quantification. But what do we mean by this possessive quantification in terms of two implication we had discussed so far in greedy and reluctant? So it's again pretty much a same concept here. The only thing is, let me. Oh, okay. I have placed plus here and plus I'll place here. Let me quickly just rub the bottom part here. Let me just rub this. See, first thing here is, First thing here is, just a minute. First thing here is, it will exactly work as a greedy quantification. It will try to match, maximum as much as possible. It will try to match as much as possible. Exactly once. Exactly once it will try to match. Let me just reduce the font size to 3. So exactly once it will try to match this. So if I see example here, dot plus we have you know BA here, and I have a string called ABC BA. Exactly once, and no back off. No back off. No back off or no backtrack. Like in greedy quantification, if partial match has accomplish the whole target string, still we are left with regex. What it will do, it will start backing off from the end of the string by one character, and it will keep backing it off until the whole regex pattern has matched. That thing will not happen in the case of possessive quantification. So for example, dot star dot plus means one or more time. That means it will match entire string at one shot, one go. This partial regex will match the whole entire string, but still we are left with this. Since we are left with this, and we don't allow back off by a character, one character, or we also don't do follow an approach of reluctant quantification like eating it one by one. We don't follow that. So since dot plus has accomplished the whole string, this we are still left with BA, then it's a failure. It did not match. So this is what the possessive quantification. Possessive quantification means as much as possible and never back off. So this is the concept of your possessive quantification, right? So right now I have just explained you, this concept, uh, just for the sake of to give you an information about the whole quantification, the way it is being implemented in your, regular expression in Java. So we have discussed like what all quantifiers we have, right? Various categories of quantifiers we have. What are the two most important implication that one must know? If you have to use greedy approach, if you have to follow greedy approach, reluctant approach, or possessive approach, depends, right? So this thing one must remember. And similarly, I mean, we have just discussed like what all these things are. Now we are going to see the practical approach of it. And as I have stated you, I mean, I guess any of some of my previous videos, see, it totally depends the type of problem you are trying to sort. Whatever things I am telling you, it is pretty much available in Google. You can Google it by yourself, understand it by yourself. These are the basic stuff. One must understand this. But the thing is, see, the problem which are not there in Google could give a problem to anyone, because that's where your basic kicks in. That's where your basic concept comes into the picture, and those basic concept we must you know strongly grasp. And also it's not about like you have to memorize all those things. It's not necessary, and it's not needed at all. Yeah, if you are keen to uh, if you are keen enough to keep the things on your fingertips, then you can go for it. Otherwise these things are available in Google. Only thing is, if you know how to use it, then only Google will also help you. If you don't know how to use it, you can Google it, do it whatever you want to do. You can, it will be difficult for you to sort it out until you know how to use it in your programming, uh, in the coding problem, how to convert this English language into your coding language. So that is what we are going to take a look into it now. So yeah.